can be fixed here for RRQ Hoshi to get themselves to a game 3.
Here we are. Gotf Katja and the Valentina, I would say, is the weaker of the two mid lane duos that we have. I definitely feel like Khalid and Farsa together is such a strong combination. Valentina has fallen out of favor when it comes to strength in the mid lane. Troll might even be forced to pop the Revitalize. Indeed, it will be the case here. Burned through the battle spell, but it's okay. Sometimes it's much better to pop the Revitalize in the first wave because that means that it will be super duper ready come the first turtle fight.
Yeah, this is what we typically see too with the Khalids, you know, and you be aggressive, get some of those early balance spells down too, eventually the ultimates, but also just you're good at being able to go ahead and like bait some of these things from the opposing team too, just because you can go ahead and heal back up with Quicksand Guard and be a distraction in yourself. So this time around, nothing too crazy, even into that first Lith Wander, which is the best case. Like, that alone is RRQ Hoshi saying, like, let's not make that mistake that we did from game 1. And I'm wondering, you know, the timing here with this lineup for RRQ Hoshi, especially having a carry. Is carry still basically you need those 3 items to lock in? Scaling wise, she still needs the, what do we call it, tips? She still needs those 3 items.
Yeah, 3-item power spike.
Power spike.
For all those who don't know. Yeah, that's the tips. Yeah, for sure.
Look at this. Susujin, popping the Requiem. Revitalize is going to be used again. Troll, he might be in trouble this time as First Blood going to the hands of Dyron. Team Falcons look like they wanted to make a play up there, but that's what I was saying. The Guinevere is going to help a little bit more, though, just because, again, you have that crowd control plus that Requiem to follow through with the rest of this lineup here.
Yeah. Actually, it actually depends on the carry on what he decides to go for. If he wants to go for the Trinity, yeah, for sure he's going to farm. But I think that overall, anytime that you can deliver a kill to the carry, you can actually activate him.
Okay, Dragon Form going to be used. All for the space for Boyet to go ahead and get this turtle. A Feathered Airstrike to keep Troll up that bay. I'm not sure if this is going to break into a fight. A good usage of the Raging Sandstorm stolen by Cuffin. And once again, they're going to be duking it out. A 1v1 with Irok and Troll going at it, but Boyet's finally going to fall. A good play from Cuffin, the MVP from game 1. But it's a trade, though, and RRQ Hoshi gets that trade in their favor.
Yeah, big trade. That would be in favor of RRQ Hoshi. I was surprised that Cuffin still survived after that, but he actually started the fight so well for Team Falcons. I wonder how Boyet died in there, but yeah, that was the costly death out there. Fortunately for him, Susujin dropped way before he dropped. So that means that when it comes to the EXP, Boyet will have a little bit of an advantage. But overall, RRQ Hoshi more than happy to take that trade.
Oof, again, Rins taking some damage. Boyet will be able to clean up that kill. Good usage there to set things up in the mid lane. So Team Falcons will do what they can to go ahead and scrape back into this early game. Nothing too crazy, you know, even with that last team fight that we saw, you know, RRQ Hoshi just barely ahead here. Team Falcons reading things really well. You got to commend them to be able to go ahead and go toe-to-toe. Cuffin's ability to take the right ultimates from team fight to team fight has been great already in this early portion of the game. He's holding on to the Raging Sandstorm, and that's what started things up in the previous team fight as well. They just need a little bit better follow-through to win those fights in their favor.
An important move that we saw from Toy went for double nade, so I will have a 300 gold advantage over the Esmeralda, which is going to be important when it comes to the activation of this carry. We talked about how important the TIPS or the tips for Toy is, 3-item power spike. However, if you get a Corrosion Shite with a Demon Hunter Sword, you're going to be okay. But there has to be a way to lock down your opponents. You have to freely hit your opponents, and that's what RRQ Hoshi needs to find here.
It's like clockwork. It's like the same choreography that we saw from the previous game, but this time they decided not to push through with a fight. So turtle secured here for Team Falcons. Good usage of Sanji using that dragon form. I'm not sure if they're going to jump in on this. Yeah, Troll was there just to back him up if they needed. Cuffin's still holding on to the Raging Sandstorm, so good control. Like, this is all just kind of disciplined gameplay. on both sides. A jump in from Susujin. There's the feathered airstrike, though, and not enough time for Cuffin to get out with the Raging Sandstorm. And AOG, right for Rins, but Troll with Boyette. They're looking to potentially make a play. He's got the Revitalize, but he's going to be thrown into the air again with that spatial migration. So another good pickup for RRQ.
A great pickup for RRQ Hoshi, as we're looking for opportunities to get good targets. Taking down Coffin was more than good for RRQ Hoshi. Then they get another bonus, which was to take out Troll with the Revitalize. So they have achieved so much. In fact, it prompts some rotation from Sano. That meant that there will be no one to defend this bottom lane, and Toy will be able to push that lane for the team, and further increasing the lead that RRQ Hoshi has right now. About 2,000 gold, 5 minutes in or 6 minutes in. When it comes to EXP, they are at par with Boyette anyways. Of course, Boyette has a little bit of XP lead over Sutsujin, but come the next turtle, they can actually team fight if they do utilize all of their abilities and their heroes. So, RRQ Hoshi, good start for them.
Oh, Sano falling down. Big play down bot. RRQ Hoshi. Again, all this too is just buying time here for Toy to go ahead and scale up on this carry. He's going to be a big portion of the damage later on once RRQ gets to that stage of the game. You know, carries there to shred it out. But, you know, when you have this kind of start for RRQ Hoshi in terms of, you know, your roams got kills, your XP lanes got them, Rins is pumping out the damage, and Susujin, all part of this plan is just to really set things up with the crowd control that comes with the Guinevere. But Team Falcons so far relying on Boyette here to go with the 50-50 on the Retribution. We'll see if he gets enough space. Pops out the shadows. They're going to be able to go ahead and secure it. So Boyette gets the turtle. This fight's going to break out. Cuffin jumping in with the Raging Sandstorm. Again, Ito can't get away. Oh. So once again, Boyette looking potentially to do some damage. No shadow kill, though. But hey, they've done enough. Getting back into this game, they've got a little bit of gold to work on. Putting pressure here on the tier 1's going to be great for them. Diamond taking a couple shots. Sano there. Landshaker to be dropped down. Boyette joining the fight back. Does he have the shadow kill soon? It's a 3v1 with Dyron holding his own. He's got the Homelander shields to keep him up, but he will finally be pushed off that tier 1 turret.
Great pick out on Dyron surviving. That's actually pretty crucial, but Team Falcons will collect the turret takedown as their consolation prize. There could be a kill down the bottom lane as RRQ Hoshi are poising to go for a Death Brush play. It's gonna be good, but Team Falcons has a wombo combo that's very scary later on. RRQ Hoshi survived that. Fortunately, they have the dashes for that one, but if Team Falcons layered that properly, that would be so scary. That's AOG into the stolen Raging Sandstorm from Coffin, and of course Sanji starting it with the Petrify of the Black Dragon 4. That will be a very scary ultimate combo for Team Falcons, and RRQ Hoshi has to really mind that all the time. I guess for Team Falcons right now, they're going to be banking on the fact that they can go together as a team. Toy skips the Demon Hunter Sword and goes for the Golden Staff first. I believe that this is also going to help him out up against the low HP heroes, for example, Boyette as well as Coffin. Provided, of course, that he is allowed to freely hit. You need to deliver some kills to Toy. So what I generally mean about that is that you have to keep Team Falcons players in place. Edok with a stun or Rins, for example. That might be the opening for Toy.
Are they going to go for this? Edok too, taking some damage. He's going to quick sand guard up. Feathered airstrike to help keep them at bay. Revitalize was burnt down though, so with Lord being up, I'm not sure if either team is actually in position to take this just yet. They might want to choose to wait for those, of course, the Raging Sandstorm and the Feathered Airstrike to be back up for RRQ Hoshi, so it's more so just kind of delaying this given the information, but I think Team Falcons will go ahead and keep Sano at least on the top side to put pressure there. You see the orange buff going in the hands of Toy now. This is what I was talking about with the transition period earlier on, just minutes ago, where, you know, now it's Toy's time to shine. He's had plenty of time to go ahead and farm up. He's got buffs now. And now that we're focused on these Lords, he's going to be crucial to stay alive. So now Team Falcons kind of has to watch out for that, not get set up with that Raging Sandstorm and make things happen. Good burn in the Flicker, though, against Rins. Rins going to stay alive for this. Sanji waiting patiently. Susujin grabbing his purple buff, but still, I think this is just a stalemate unless Team Falcons decides to give it a go. They have their own Raging Sandstorm, but not much of an angle to go for just yet.
Being very hectic once again for Team Falcons. Toy now has the Trinity. That's 10 minutes and 17 seconds. Quite on time, especially because of the patch that we have recently.
Oh, Feather Airstrike dropped down. Edo jumped in. Gotf holding on still. But Sanji is gone. It happened so quick, and now Troll's going to be next. He's thrown into the air. Nowhere to go, and it's a double for Toy, as we expected. The carry is online, and now they've just got to free Lord to go ahead and secure after those 2 kills.
Ain't that the perfect timing to get your free item power spike? Toy had his Demon Hunter sword, along with the spinning light wheel, all of the kit from the carry. That's true damage that you can actually hit the Black Dragon with.
Oh, again, Sano getting caught here. Spatial Migration proving a point. This Guinevere is so strong, and now Boyet finally getting caught again. Put another kill for Toy. Right now, RRQ Hoshi has just flipped that switch in their favor. Toy's going to go grab that tier 1 up top as they wait to play into this Lord marching down that bottom lane. Team Falcons now in a precarious position to try to stop the bleeding here, man.
One of the hidden techs that we usually see up against the Yuzhong from way back is to pick up the carry, because if you have the Purify or the Flicker, you're okay against the Yuzhong. And if the Yuzhong messes up, you can actually utilize your ultimate and just keep on attacking even the Black Dragon form. Because even if you have so much defense and so much HP, the damage output coming out from the carry is true damage, and it's also HP based. So it's actually more than enough to take out the Yuzhong. As you saw, Sanji couldn't even stay in front of the carry because of how strong he is. And now RRQ Hoshi are showing us how it's done. They have adjusted, and now they are leading by so much.
See how they approach this. Lord's going to march into this bottom turret. They will take down the bottom base turret again. A spatial migration into the Feathered Airstrike combination. Revitalized from Troll will keep him alive, but Sanji is gone. Cuffin deleted, as well as Toy just shreds through the health bars of Team Falcons, clipping the wings here in game 2. Taking them a little bit longer to end it, but it's a double for Troll, or double for Toy, as Troll falls and Boyet can't do anything as RRQ Hoshi takes